We're just gonna cover it live if we have the same food.
Well, if I take one of your foods, you got to cross it off your list.
Oh, okay.
It's
Got
like
you, got
that.
you.
So like I swoop it in, and then you got to go to your board. I mean, I wrote stuff down.
Oh,
I'll
you got the
probably
big board. You got the big
I got
board.
the big board right here. I'm not going to show you what it is, but the big board. Welcome to the Sports Savage. I'm your host, Garrett Savage from Los Angeles, California. It's actually LA weather again. It's still a little chilly, but it's not bad. Went for a jog the other day, Sammie. Saw 6 people, got 6 stink eyes, but I probably give him the stink eye back. You got to stay fit. Can't be a fat slob. Anyway, joined by smooth talking Sammie Dawkins, Orlando, Florida. Sammie, what's up? This is 2 in a row we got going on. This is what you
Back to
call.
back. All about consistency.
That's it. It's all about the momentum. So the opening topic is a sports beat. We're just gonna cover stuff that's out in the sports world now. Sued to the Bucs, 1-year deal. Let me pull this up. 1-year deal worth $8 million. I mean, I, the next topic is Brady's bunch, and it leads me into this. One, do you think it's a big deal that Sue is going back to the Bucs? And two, do you see other? I don't know why I do this. I got to stop doing that. Do you see other NFL guys getting on the Brady bunch, getting on the bandwagon, and taking Tampa to the Super Bowl?
You do it because it's fucking cool. But
It
anyways, it's fucking cool. But anyways, Sue came back
is.
because don't make that a running thing with the fucking show, bro.
I try not like
Sue.
I caught myself doing that, and I watched the last one. I was like, why do I do that? But, twice a week on Mondays and Fridays. Sammie, it's good to see you. It's a pleasure to see you. Look forward to doing this again.
Sue going back to the Bucs is totally obvious. It makes the most sense for him to be there. If you're Tampa, hopefully you get the Ndamukong Suh, who was on that Rams run when he was next to Aaron Donald and was causing on all that havoc, and really was the guy on that defensive line for that little run until they fell to the Patriots. So I mean, it doesn't make sense for you to go anywhere else, even if you're going to go back to Tampa on the cheap. But with that being said, it's only going to mean something if you make a difference. He's a type of nose tackle or inside guy where he does command a lot of double teams, but at the same time, you got to cause a presence, which, Tampa still needs.
Yeah, I think it's a big move. I mean, in what I alluded to earlier, like I think this is going to be, Tom Brady's going to be the Pied Piper. He's like, hey, who wants to, join my team? Do you see other players following the Tom Brady bunch bandwagon?
Oh, absolutely. He's going to have the LeBron James effect, where if you're a guy who was contemplating retirement, but still got a little left in the tank, why not come play with Tom Brady and see if you can, ring chase a little bit. So hopefully there's some talent out there because Tampa defensively at least is going to need it. But if you're the Bucs, that's part of the reason why you brought in Tom Brady, because he's going to attract eyes as well as talent. So you'll be able to see if that really means something at this point in his career. But if you're that guy, if you're that skill player, if you're that receiver or that offensive lineman or defensive lineman who is thinking maybe, I should hang it up or maybe I should give it a run and they're going to get the league minimum, whatever that is in the NFL from Tampa Bay, why not?
Hard to disagree with that. So we're going to continue with the NFL. The Redskins made a move, and they got Kyle Allen, I guess he was a first-year starter last year, right? Am I wrong on that, Sammie?
He's a first-year starter. It's kind of irrelevant as far as his talent, but it does make a lot of sense for Ron Rivera to pick up a guy who already knows the offense that you ran last year with Carolina. So, I mean, the Washington football team is a shit show. If I'm, is it Dwayne Haskins? I don't know what's going on, but I'm
Yeah.
not threatened by Kyle Allen. But at the same time, bringing in a quarterback, is one of your free agent signings in the beginning of the whole process. I'm a little weary if I'm a second-year quarterback in that offense.
No, it doesn't do anything for your confidence. So he came in the league 2018, 15 career regular start or 13 starts, 232, a 520, 19 touchdowns, 16 picks. I mean, he's nothing special, but
He's a backup.
yeah, he's a backup and he's a solid backup. But I mean, the bigger thing to me is the indictment on Cam Newton. Obviously, Ron Rivera had a chance to do that and he didn't do it. He could have picked him up. Cam, he passed his physical. He says he's good. He says he's hungry to play. Have you seen those little cryptic Instagram things he does? Like it looks like hieroglyphics from like cave paintings. Like when he types something out, like I have you seen it? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's just an example of when people try to be unique, which is kind of an oxymoron. But I mean, that whole cryptic tweeting or social mediaing aside, yeah, you can't go as far as blackball because there is going to be a team that's signing him. But I do feel like this is a bit of humbling that I feel like the league and maybe the media are attempting to do to a former NFL MVP. So it's a bit disgraceful. I don't think Cam Newton has done anything particularly to deserve this type of treatment other than get injured. But we'll see how this plays out. I do believe it means something. If Ron Rivera believed in Cam and his health fully, I definitely think that it would make a lot of sense for him to bring him in if you don't believe in Haskins. But I also believe that Cam Newton is too talented to not have a starting job at some point next season.
So do you think he'll go the cap route and like if I don't get a starting gig, I'm not going to play and I'm just going to like work out and go down that route? I mean,
Now he doesn't have the clout that Kaepernick had because I mean Kaepernick decided not to play for an actual reason. Cam will be more so making that decision based on how he's being treated for things on the field, more so off the field. But I mean sometimes you gotta take a bite of humble pie, even if you don't want that serving. So if it means that he has to be a backup somewhere to start again, so be it. But I just believe he's talented enough to start next season with LA Chargers, with the Miami Dolphins, with the Cincinnati Bengals if they don't go the Burrow route. There's several different teams that if you give me their starting quarterback, I could make a good argument that Cam Newton is better.
I mean, I think Chargers is probably his last stand, right? I mean, if you don't go to the Chargers, which is probably a good fit. I mean, the Chargers, they're that team that kind of starts off slow and then ends up winning 10, 11 games for whatever reason. They got a good coach. They don't have Melvin Gordon anymore. But my thing is, if you can't dress like Cam Newton and be a backup, like you can't look like the Riddler and like be on the bench for like half the game. So he's either gonna have to change his style if he does get it. I loved it. I was him for Halloween. Any of you forgot,
Real
but
fans.
but a lot of people, and people are referencing stuff in the past, the post Super Bowl thing, and other things that show his lack of maturity, which is probably a real thing. Honestly, it's probably a real thing. And if you win, you can do whatever you want. If you win, you can do whatever you want. If you don't win, that's why Tom Brady can do all these Tom versus times and that kind of thing. That's why Baker Mayfield can't be on all these commercials anymore. How embarrassing was that? This guy was on a commercial every 5 seconds and he sucked. What we're going to change to something else. What went wrong with the Browns? Let's just get into that.
The hype machine. That's what the Cleveland Browns are. I don't know if you remember the Dream Team with Vince Young and Nnamdi Asomugha and Michael Vick and
Oh, the Eagles.
some other guys. Yeah, the Eagles. Yeah,
Oh,
perfect example. Just looked amazing on paper, and when it got down, to the nitty gritty, they weren't about it. They just simply weren't. Baker Mayfield might be a little overrated. I'm not going to say that he doesn't have any talent or didn't deserve to be the number one pick. But he's short and inaccurate when hurried. So if you're Cleveland, if you don't build an offensive line around him, you're never really going to know what he is. And when you have a Odell Beckham and a Jarvis Landry, and you aren't really doing anything statistically, offensively, then you're leaning on your defense, which is supposed to be the weaker part of your team. So it's a dumpster fire out there with Cleveland, and it's more like a reality show because they have so much talent, and not even just OBJ himself. Baker brings a lot of eyes on the team as well. So, I mean, they were a good story. If you're a Cleveland Brown fan, you have something to look forward to, which you wouldn't have been able to say in the past decade. But just be careful with the hype machine.
They were a soap opera, especially with the helmet thing with Myles Garrett.
And the watch, Odell with the watch,
Do you think who got hit with the helmet? What was his name?
Mason Rudolph.
Do you think he dropped the N bomb?
He absolutely did. Listen,
Really?
listen, I'm gonna tell a secret that's not really a secret. White people drop the M bomb when we're not around or when they feel comfortable. It's just a fact.
I
Like the sky is blue
I've
or
done
grass
the
is
same.
green. Hey, I didn't say all, but I could have. But hey, guess what? I don't know what the fuck white people do when they're not around, and vice versa. So what I will say is Mason Rudolph felt really comfortable at that moment when he was being charged by Myles Garrett. Now, did Myles Garrett use that as a way to kind of take the heat off of him for swinging a helmet at a unarmed person? Absolutely. But in the heat of battle, do I believe that a slur that has been used since the beginning of this country was used by a white person against a black person? I don't find that far fetched.
Mike Tomlin backed him up, though. He said he wouldn't say something like that.
Mike Tomlin is a good company man. I love Mike Tomlin. I don't mean that in any offense, but when you're the second coach in the history of a franchise and you so happen to be the first black or minority, you toe the company line, and Mike Tomlin does an amazing job of that.
What a job he did last season. I mean, everything that could have went wrong for the Steelers did, and they still almost made the playoffs. So,
yeah, no.
Kudos to them, man.
Now, kudos to Mike Tomlin, not so much the Steelers. Everything he went through with Antonio Brown, everything he went through with Le'Veon Bell, and for him to still not ever have a losing season, he's the only thing about the Steelers that I respect.
How do you think Big Ben's going to do next season? Do you think he's done?
I think he's going to look very similar to Phillip Rivers and Tom Brady. When they have a clean pocket and receivers are open, they're going to be able to hit them. When the pocket's cluttered, they're not going to be able to move around because they're almost 40 years old or 40 years old, and the guys chasing them are like half their age.
I'm saying this right here, right now. Rivers to Indy is going to be a flop. People think he's going to walk in. He didn't have a bad line at the Chargers. He's just inaccurate. He just isn't as accurate as he used to be, and he just
more talent.
He just flings the ball up there. He is not an accurate guy like he used to be. Yeah, but not anymore. He might still have a little power in the tank, but I'm calling it, Sammie. We're gonna rewind to this episode when it hits the fan, and we're gonna replay this. Unless they go to the Super Bowl, we'll probably still replay it anyway, just because I'll be the ass. But I don't know. Am I nuts to think that the Colts? I mean, they got a little too much heat on them right now, when they probably should get back in the refrigerator.
No, there's an argument to be made that the Chargers are a more talented team than the Colts are. The Chargers were a season away from a nice little playoff run to the AFC Championship game, or no, excuse me, to the AFC semifinal. And, they just had a lot of key injuries defensively last season where, Indy, they have a T.Y. Hilton offensively, but you still don't have a true number two. I like Marlon Mack, but he's no Melvin Gordon or Austin Eckler. So you're almost taking a downgrade at each skill position offensively. Their line in Indy is better than San Diego. The Chargers. I will give the Colts that. But other than that, you're taking a step back in every other skill position. So I don't really see it. He's going to sell jerseys. I feel like he's a nice fit in Indy demographic-wise. But, yeah, I don't think that's a hot take. It could be a shit show out there.
Yeah. MLB, they're just like the nervous virgin guy that hits on every girl and just perpetually builds it up that he's never going to get laid. MLB wants to play baseball so bad. It's like, first of all, you got to relax. We're going through a pandemic. No one's even talking baseball. We're all talking NFL because the offseason is almost more as exciting as the regular season. They want to do something to where Scott Boras, who's just an agent, and I'm sure he makes a lot of money, and I'm sure he's good at being an agent, very bad at being a baseball commissioner. He wants to start it in July, and he wants to play all the way up and have the championship games during Christmas. My favorite thing about Christmas is there's no baseball. Sammie, what's going on? Well, you talk to baseball. Talk to your boy Scott. What's going on?
Scott, I wish you the best with everything that you're freaking out with over. But at the same time, aren't you glad that we're talking about this instead of cheating in baseball? Kind of, because your guys aren't getting paid for it as far as your owners. But it's still a better look than actually people cheating to, win your sport. I don't know why baseball has to be so long. I don't want to go on a long rant to talk about a long sport. But I'll say this. It's uninteresting. The regular season is the least meaningful in all professional sports. So the best thing that could come out of this pandemic is that a shortened baseball season will help the owners, not the fans, because that is a nice little spin that Scott tried to put on it, making it seem like it'll be more important if it's shortened. to the fans because they're able to see something and rejoice that baseball's back. It's really going to mean something to the owners where they see that if you shorten something, people are going to want more of it versus if you give someone too much of it, it's going to look shitty towards the end of it. So when you go over 100 games of something that's already timeless, it's based off of innings, how long it takes human beings to do something. I mean, you're going down a slippery slope. So hopefully the best thing to come out of the coronavirus COVID-19 situation is that baseball shorting.
I thought you were gonna say like baseball is canceled forever or something like that, and I would have been
If
like,
COVID-19 could kill baseball, it would probably be the greatest disease ever. But nothing will ever kill baseball.
no, it makes too much money still for whatever reason.
World War II couldn't kill baseball.
Yeah,
Or one. I'm not a history buff, but they put women out there, a league of their own. Check it out.
it's a good movie. There's no crime in baseball. I heard it. I don't know if this is true. I'll put it if it's true or not once I edit this thing. That countries that play baseball once had American soldiers there who like played, and like that's how those people found out about baseball. That could be like complete bullshit, but I think I heard it somewhere. Where
Listen,
they're
if
like,
you had,
where because like Japan has a really good team, and all these other places that we've been, like
but if you ask
we
Colin
inter.
Cowherd, the best baseball countries come from dumb countries because they don't know no better, and all they got is baseball. If
They don't
you
have
know,
the thing, yeah.
there's no
Speaking of
Wall Street.
speaking of Colin Cowherd, Charles Barkley was on there today. He said he wants the basketball season to start on Christmas Day, have like 5 games. That's when it starts, and it would be like a month longer. Like it would end like in July. So like right before football is going to start. That's when the finals would be. That'd be like a shortened season, 70 games or so. Sammie, I know you're a basketball purist. Would you bite on an apple like that?
Yes, to be consistent with my takes, every sport could take having a couple games chopped off. A lot of professional sports events are made so that people can make money versus a amazing talent be put out there. So Christmas Day is the first day the season really matters. The first day of the season of the NBA season is pretty great. It does mean something. I like when it comes when training camp ends, when the most meaningless preseason games end, and they actually get out there and it counts. But at the same time, the best teams play on Christmas Day. So to kind of play devil's advocate while I'm thinking this out loud, you wouldn't be able to know who the best teams are on Christmas Day because everyone would just be starting out. But at the same time, you get a good idea of who it is before the season starts because, so many players can make a difference on a 5-man squad. But I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. All professional sports are a bit too long, and it's a money grab.
Even college football, you think it's too long? 12. Well, I guess they got like almost 14 games now with the playoff.
Listen,
15.
give me two fucking cupcakes. All right, a lot of these big schools are fucking overweight, obese, diabetics with these cupcake games.
Yeah.
I like the fact that the smaller schools get a chance to get on the big stage, but in 2020, almost everyone is on television, so you can't really make that argument. It's really just another cash grab.
Well, and those small schools get paid. Like when Michigan
True,
got upset by Appalachian State, I think Michigan paid them like $100,000 to like
true.
come meet them at their own house. So, and that's what Boise State did in the beginning. They would go on the road. Florida State, way back in the day, they would go on the road before they were a really big team. They would, play. So I can understand that, but I don't know. I want
It's
more
like
college.
4 season.
I
They
want
like
more college football. We're going to talk
more
about
free labor.
Tokyo Olympics update. I was right. You were wrong. Sammie, defend yourself.
I'm afraid. I told you what would happen if they postponed the Olympics. People are about to lose a lot of money, and that's not really a good sign for us people who don't have a lot of it. But not to sound so money heavy, it means a lot for these athletes. I heard several different Olympians on the sports networks explain what it's like to train for an event that comes up once every 4 years. And with this situation, it's thrown off the training of a lot of Olympic athletes. So it's a win for them that they get a year off. I'm hearing it's going to take place in 21. Well, not a year off, but they get another year to kind of get back in the rhythm of training for their competitions. So that's a great sign. But no one really wanted it to happen. who has dealings with the Olympics. And it is kind of a sad loss for the nation of Japan because, again, these countries, they do so much to host these games.
They said it was going to cost like billions of dollars to postpone it. To like, but you have to. We
You
can't
have to.
worry about money too much right now. I mean, I know it's important, but we got other things we have to worry about. So I mean, that's why I really wasn't that shocked. I was like, this thing is, rather be too cautious than cautious. Anyway, we're gonna
But we're
go.
talking about July and March. That's the interesting thing. That's the frightening thing.
It's crazy. Um, so we're gonna end the show. We're not end the show. But the last segment is we're gonna do mock drafts. I like mock drafts, but we're not gonna do it with like traditional stuff. We might when like the season start in, with players and teams and stuff like that. But in the meantime, we're gonna do a mock draft of must-have foods when you're inebriated. You could take inebriated to any way you want. Any way you get there, you're there. Sammie, do you want to go first? You want me to go first? You go first today. I go first next time. So what's it gonna be?
I go first. I go first.
All right. So with the first overall pick
Number
for
one.
food to go to, now you got to be strategic. Maybe you don't want to play your ace on the first hand because what if something that's not even on my radar? I'm not going to give you any more hints though. All right. First overall pick, number one. What's it going to be? We're going to put in the little draft music.
And with the first overall selection, I will go with za pizza. Obviously, pizza is the go-to. When inebriated, when I'm not inebriated, but especially when I'm on that level, give me a nice little pepperoni slice, New York style, which is really Italian style. You can't lose.
I had Domino's. It was my number two.
Domino's over PJ's?
Well,
Whoa, bro.
look, Domino's has that deal where you can get like two pizzas for like $6 a pop. You get
They
the
were
thin
the first with that
crust.
deal.
You get
That's
the
true.
thin crust.
Everybody's getting that deal now, but
No,
no,
PJ's is
bro.
good. PJ's is good. I have no problem with PJ's. But I got the Domino. I got these points. They send my fat notifications all the time. Hey, you got a free pizza, fat ass. So I'm like, oh, I should probably order more. All right, with my number one, and I gotta shoot it now. Now that you're coming for me, now that
yeah.
Taco
It's
Bell.
like that. T-Bell. Oh man.
Taco Bell.
Oh
That's the go-to.
Yeah.
Because you can get anything. Like if you think on the toilet tomorrow you're gonna have a rough day with all you drank, you are doubling down with Taco Bell burrito. Here's what I like to get. I like to get the beefy 5-layer. I like the chicken quesadilla. I like I think it's not a chalupa, but it's like a hard shell, soft shell, whatever. I don't know what it is, but there's pictures, so I just point like a caveman and say that's what I want. That's what I want. Taco Bell, I try not to get the sauce.
No sauce? You can't do the sauce?
Because, dude,
Fire sauce. You don't do the Diablo.
It's already going to be a rough morning, but, like, I don't want any added pressure or anything like that. So I typically say, but sometimes I'll get the sauce. I don't know.
Yeah, you got the lubricant, bro.
All right. Number 2 overall pick.
Number 2 overall pick. I'm going chili. No cheese. Fuck cheese. Fries. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna judge you if you put that whack cheese shit on your chili cheese fries. But I'm going chili fries, no cheese. But you got to put the fry combo in there. You got the protein with the chili. If you downtown living and you can find a spot that will hook you up with the fries and get you a little chili with that, it's gonna be a good night.
I am not a big chili. I'm not a huge chili dog fan. I'm not a big chili fries fan. I don't know. I don't mind.
You don't like chili?
Not a big bean guy.
Bean guy.
So I'm gonna go fry for fry. I'm going cheese fries.
Oh, see, you lost me at cheese, but fries, obviously.
Speaking
of, do you like Taco Bell's fries? I thought that might be cheating if I brought that up or might hint it.
I think I've tried them once. I mean, they weren't like I remember them not being terrible, but they weren't like memorable.
The commercials are awesome. That's why I asked. Like,
They just need to throw fries in their burritos. That's all they got to do. Just throw the fries in the burritos.
That's next level shit right there.
Well, that's what they do in California. Like they throw everything in a burrito. Like doesn't matter. Like if you were gonna have a whole plate of food, they just throw it all in there and you just eat it. It's great. Like why not? Like why not?
Exactly, on the go. Convenience.
All right, Sammie, this is it. This is your last pick.
Last pick. Wait, you didn't go. What's your? Oh yeah, cheese fries. Cheese fries. I trumped you with the chili again. I'm great at this.
You would, your boy.
Number 3. This is a inebriated special, but also a classic.
Here.
Pancakes.
Pancakes.
I'm fucked up. Take me to your nearest breakfast spot, and I'm gonna get some pancakes. You got the bread. It's gonna bring you back to Life Tank 2 mode. Maybe you're not inebriated enough. Get the pancakes. Get a little more inebriated. But yeah, you gotta come through with the cakes, man. Hot cakes.
Hey, who doesn't like cakes? You know what I mean? But nah, you know what? The thing is, I'm not a huge pancake guy either.
Pancakes and French toast.
I like waffles.
Waffles over French toast?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I know French toast is good, but you got it takes a lot to make it. Like you gotta get the powdered sugar and
it's a lot. It's a lot.
And
it's a lot. Waffles are easy.
Well, Sammie, you just jogged my brain of what I want to go to. There's none of these in California. There's none. So usually there's a bunch in Florida, especially in Tallahassee.
Represent.
This may be one of the best burger chains in America. I'm just gonna put it out there. I've had a lot of them. I've been to In-N-Out. In-N-Out ain't all that.
Okay? Oh shit! Okay.
Ain't all that, and I took a lot of shit. But you know, I'm a truthful guy. My third pick is the Steelers draft.
Oh shit! Whataburger. Oh damn!
You get the honey butter chicken biscuit.
Damn, yeah.
It is. It's like crack, and then you can get their. They got breakfast. They're open 24 hours. I remember. That place. Because Tallahassee was kind of a college town, so there was a Whataburger.
Kinda.
Well, yeah. It was a shit show. I mean, there was like half naked broads everywhere.
Hey.
Fights, and you're just
going down.
But now, Whataburger, dude, it's one. I appreciate it now that I'm gone. When I was there, I lived really close to a Whataburger too, and I only went a few times. But what a burger! Now, In-N-Out's lame.
In-N-Out, no. What about Backyard? Better than Backyard?
Backyard's okay. Backyard is like they're trying to be a restaurant in a fast food drive-through window. Like I don't understand. Zaxby's good.
Zaxby's a Chick-fil-A.
Zaxby's.
Took fuck out of here. What?
Zaxby's like salads.
Chick-fil-A.
No, I like salads.
Chick-fil-A. Zaxby's is overrated.
It's good, but it's everything's $2 more than it should be.
That's a fact, but it's also like Publix. Do they have better service than Zaxby's? Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, Chick-fil-A is the best service known to man. Like
it's because of the Lord. So
it's from the South. You ain't gonna see good customer service coming from the West Coast, man. You ain't. I'm sure we missed a bunch, so you can either write in the comments or
let us know who won.
Let us know who won. That's what I want.
I mean, I already know, but yeah, let's Savage Life now.
But all right, so Sammie, we missed anything?
No, man. This is another great show. Off the top of my head, I hope everybody's staying safe out there and realizing that sports, although very entertaining and important, really are meaningless in times like this. Just turn on ESPN and see how they're rerunning all the same shit that we've seen already, and how everybody's at their home still giving you the same content, just like we have been doing in this since the beginning. So we appreciate the growing support. Be on the lookout for the growth, and stay tuned.
That's Sammie's pickup line of chicks. Be on the lookout for the growth, and then you just kind of
phrasing. Yeah.
No, that was well said. Email the show, sportssavageshow@gmail.com. You can message me on Instagram or Twitter at Garrett W. Savage. Sammie is still off the grid. One last question, Sammie. Have you seen Tiger King?
I do not know what that is.
We're gonna do Explain It to Sammie. Monday's episode, Tiger King. Everybody's talking about it.
It's not BBC guy. It's not like that. I'm
It's
no more.
beyond BBC guy.
Okay.
Like it's I'll do it. Explain It to Sammie. So don't look up what it's about. I'm gonna write down. I might even create a presentation.
I won't, bro.
Show you, and your mind's gonna be blown. But yeah, so look forward to that. If you guys, any comments, like the show, share the show, subscribe to the show. Orlando Magic,
Orlando, period.
Orlando period, Los Angeles ?
Lakers show, Stro show.
Lake
Hey,
show.
quick question: are you the only person who calls the Astros Stros?
No,
Inquiring minds want to know.
no way.
That's a real nickname.
There's no
Not
way.
just a nickname guy.
I wouldn't have made that up.
Okay, you're a Stro guy though.
I would have made that up. I would have taken credit for it. Like I would put it on T-shirts. It would have been a bumper sticker on my.
What about what's your nickname for the Vikings? Vikes guy? What are the Vikes? Vikes.
What's your nickname for the Ravens?
Champions. The fuck you mean?
That's it.
Yeah, you walk right into that one, bro. Peace. Not crook.